So one campaign that you can add to your business to provide value to your audience and to at the same time make a very valuable offer so you can maximize your profits is the webinar campaign. Now you can do live webinars and you can do automated webinars. Now the great news is that you can do both. You can do live webinars and you can do automated webinars. And you will not have to purchase another webinar system. You will not have to stress out and get overwhelmed about getting it integrated with that system. You will not have to waste time dealing with tech, or you will not have to spend a lot of money to hire someone to help you set this up. It's very easy and you can add any kind of webinar to your funnels. Now, in fact, to add a webinar funnel, it's super easy. The only thing that you need to do is to click on the add new campaign right here, give it a name, and as you can see, we have live webinar campaigns and we can have automated webinar campaigns. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you the auto webinar, and we have several auto webinars that you can set up. We have the evergreen webinars, which basically happen every 2 days usually, or every 3 days, or every day as well. And then we have the just-in-time webinars. Those webinars are basically just in time. They are happening every 15 minutes, or they're happening every half an hour, every hour, all right? So when you land on the page, you are just in time for the webinar. You can add as many webinars as you want. The only thing that you need to do is give it a name, click on the box. Simply click right here, and now a complete evergreen webinar campaign will be created for you. Everything, check this out. All the pages that you need to set up your webinar campaign have been created for you. You have the registration page right here. It's pretty awesome. It looks like this. You can, of course, tweak the design, change the image right here. You can get started very fast. This little timer right here, it's an auto webinar timer, and it shows the time, the start time of the next webinar. You can customize everything. You can add anything you want. And to go fast, you simply click on the box, edit your text, and you are up and running. Now, the cool thing is that everything is done for you. When someone opts in, check this out. We are going to register them for a countdown timer, and as well, we register them for an automated webinar. We also redirect them to the thank you page. Everything is done. You do not need to stress out with any tech. Now, when someone registers, they're going to be registered for the automated webinar, and they're going to reach the thank you page right there where they can save the date for that webinar. Now, very simple page. You can, of course, tweak it any way you want. You can add a video, for example, here, if you wanted to, a video of you telling them that, hey, congratulations, your registration has been successful, and that's it, right? Then you can have here a add to calendar functionality, which is all set up for you. When they click on the button, boom, they are now going to save the start date of their automated webinar. And remember, everything happens on autopilot. Everything is customized. Everything is unique for them. That's it. They can save the date. Now, in your emailing system, you're going to get all the details. You can follow up with them. You can tell them, hey, the webinar is about to start. And here's where it takes things to the next level. Because as you can see, we have boosters, right? So let me show you how the booster works, which is the automated webinar. Here's how you can customize the automated webinar and set up different kinds of automated webinars if you wanted to. Very easy. You give it a name. Select your webinar type. We have several types of automated webinars. It's all built in. We have evergreen webinars. We have just-in-time webinars that basically happen every 15 minutes or every half an hour, every hour, and you are just in time. We have weekly webinars where basically you can select, hey, I want this webinar to happen every Thursday at that time, right here in that time zone. Very, very cool if you want to have a weekly ongoing webinar that is running 100% on autopilot. You can also have multi-webinar where you're offering a mix of different webinars at different times. It's very easy. Select multi, and then you simply add your different webinars. Let's go back to the evergreen. As you can see, it's set up to add 2 days to the current date, and that will calculate the start time of the automated webinar. The webinar will be at 2 p.m. for this time zone. Now, here's a cool thing. You can integrate with your favorite CRM system. Right now, I'm using Infusionsoft, but you can use ActiveCampaign, Aweber, ConvertKit, Drip, Ontraport, and any other system you want via our webhook technology. And this is what happens. I can store the start date, the unique start date of my visitor into, for example, a custom field. So I can say webinar start right here, and I can store the date in this format right there. So what's going to happen is that when someone registers for the automated webinar, webinar, we are going to calculate their start time. That start time will be saved in your emailing system. Now, with your emailing system, you can display that start time date right there on your emails. It's all built in. You do not need to purchase anything else. It's integrated with your CRM system. And now you can remind them and tell them, hey, remember, your webinar starts on that day at that time. Super, super awesome. Now, as part of this campaign, you have extra pages. For example, you can have a pre-webinar teaser page where it's a simple page where you can have a video telling them about the webinar, what they're going to learn. But what I want to focus on in this video is the automated webinar. Here is the auto webinar template right there. Now remember, everything is running on autopilot. You can customize anything you want right here, and you can of course customize your automated webinar, which is basically a video. Click here, set up your video, set up the length of the video so we know when the webinar should end. That's it. You could even add audience to that webinar, which is a very powerful and advanced feature that we have that will allow you to have segmentation built in. This is how you can automatically deliver different kind of automated webinars based on your audience. Super, super powerful. You set up your video. Now you can set up your call to action right here. Simply add a label, colors, when it should appear, and that's it. You click on save, and this is the link to what should happen when they click on the button. As you can see, they're gonna go to the order page. The order page, very simple page that you can customize, and of course you can sell anything you want right here. You can set up your payment systems. You can give access to your online course, forum, bundle, external products. You can sell whatever you want. You can also ask for different types of payments: single payment and payment plan, or subscription. It's really up to you. Set up the price and you're ready to go. When they submit the order, they are going to reach to the thank you page. Again, very simple. You can customize it and you can select any other template. Now back to the webinar to show you a bit how it works and some advanced stuff. What you have here, you have a question box. So your members can send you questions and you can receive those questions. You can review them. What you can do, you can also enable the dynamic message option. When you do, you see how you have this box, and now all the questions that you received for that automated webinar, they will appear right there automatically, dynamically every time your webinar plays. So for example, if someone sends you a question at minute number 5, well, every time these automated webinars plays, that question at minute 5 will appear. This is optional. You can enable it right here simply by checking one box. Super, super powerful. Very, very easy as well to do. You can check your stats, your auto webinar starts. You can click here, set up a date, and you are going to see different graphs. You are going to see when people are leaving your webinar, which is important, so you can make important tweaks, and you're going to see how many people stayed till the end, clicked on the button, etc. Very, very powerful. Now the event settings, this is where you can select your automated webinar. We do this for you when you set up the campaign, and also you can do some advanced actions. For example, I can say apply a tag when the webinar starts. So I can apply a tag in my emailing system. That way I can follow up with them. I can send them different messages. I can do that very easily by simply checking one option. When the button appears, yeah, I can apply another tag right here, for example. And when the webinar ends, yeah, I can apply another tag right here. This allows me to do some really advanced automation right there inside my emailing system. That's it. Save your changes, and now your webinar is set up, ready to go, and is 100% working for you on autopilot. Like I said, when they click on the button, they're gonna go to the order page. When they place the order, they go to the thank you page. Now back to the campaign, we have different pages right here that you can easily edit. These are, for example, the replay page if you want to. You can also have a page about the objections, answering objections. This is all about maximizing your sales. And as you can see, those pages, they can have a simple button where you're going to send them back to the sales page. Here in that sales page, you can have a recap of the offer. When they click on the button, they go to the order page. When they purchase, they go to the thank you page. Now, if someone is not registered to this campaign and they try to access those pages, the system will know that and automatically will redirect them to a page that you select. That can be the registration page, or it can be a close page. Now, if someone has registered, but now it's too late, the offer has ended, the system will know that and it will automatically redirect them to the close page. We do this with our awesome auto deadline booster that we have right there, and everything is set up for you. Everything is integrated.